1,700 jobs will be lost on Teesside as the Redcar steel plant is mothballed indefinitely.
For more than a century, Teesside in the northeast stamped out steel for the world.
The workers face an uncertain future.
That dwindled to nothing. But whatever you do, don't tell Chris McDonald, chief exec of the Materials Processing Institute, that Teesside is post-industrial.
The government have designated Teesside as the UK's hydrogen transport test hub. And so some things that we're doing on the ground, we're putting in some hydrogen refuelling stations so that we can decarbonise municipal vehicles, vans and heavy goods vehicles and so on, bus transport at scale. Hydrogen trains as well, so we're going to have some hydrogen trains running around the Tees Valley. Shipping, the UK's first hydrogen-ready airport, and actually some of the UK's largest electrolysers as well, which is one of the ways that we can make hydrogen at scale. And of course, the reason we can do that in places like Teesside is because we've got the skills. You know, people are very used to handling large-scale chemicals. And so there are very few places in Europe where you can do it, and Teesside's one of them.
So what does Teesside need to turn green dreams into reality?
There's a big role for government, and I think government recognised that as well in the Prime Minister's industrial plan, and there's £12 billion of government investment in that. But it really is about co-investment between government and industry. There's a lot of infrastructure-related investment that needs to happen that single companies can't do on their own. So if you look at carbon capture and storage, for instance, which is a big part of decarbonising these industrial clusters, that requires a lot of investment from government. Other governments around Europe and around the world are making this investment now. So for me, it was really good to hear that the UK government is also stepping up to do it.
And how important is the legendary red wall or blue wall, the political tussle over the northeast? Does it focus maybe a government that has looked more towards the southeast and London? Does it focus it more on your region?
Yeah, I think it is interesting in that this is a place where the industrial strategy and the politics do come together.
Levelling up is still a campaign phrase in search of an actual policy. The spending review should see some flesh put on its bones. It's most commonly associated with money for big infrastructure projects, often transport related. But as Cornwall shows, buildings and runways alone do not make for a functioning airport. Britain's left-behind areas differ wildly in their needs, from roads to skills to responsive local government. But change, says Chris McDonald, is not a choice.
I am positive because I can see that there's a clear idea of where we need to get to, and there's a commitment from the private sector and from government to do it. But I do have a concern, which this isn't a matter of choice. So we have to live in a low carbon economy. We have to respond to the digital revolution. If we don't make an effort to do this in the UK, it's going to happen in other places around the world. And the UK will be left behind. And so the UK needs Teesside, it needs the wider North East, and it needs the West Midlands and places like it to deliver on these innovations. It's not a question of Teesside receiving investment from the UK. The UK needs Teesside to step up and do it.